All hail the presence of the Culture Blaster in our midst. I am very excited to see him always, and today he brings in a holiday cheer. He comes and goes on a rainbow. He is the wonderful Michael Snyder. You are the Culture Blaster. You blast, and I'm going to say something. I'm humbled by the great rapport you have with Mo Kelly, because I feel as though you two together actually do a better job with this segment than you and I do.
Well, we are going to try to get together sometime over the next few weeks into the beginning of the year.
What I mean.
And actually,
I think I've helped birth a friendship here between you and Mo Kelly.
Sit down at a local cafe and get it out. Talk our favorites. We do share a common love of various science fiction franchises, which is a good thing to note.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a common love of me.
No. In fact, I was so shocked to even see you here today, considering you're such a world traveler. And,
wow.
It was great to talk to Mo in your absence.
Yes.
I do want to say happy holidays to everybody. Mm-hmm. Kim, I am looking so forward to the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th days of Hanukkah. I didn't even know. And I mean, wow, we're going to really extend this thing into the 12 days of Christmas.
For those who missed it, we were guessing how many days of Hanukkah there were, and we actually had to go around for a long time to get the answer, even though it seems pretty well advertised.
I've been writing a new song, The 12 Days of Hanukkah. It's going to be just like that Christmas one.
We went 14, 12. It was pretty great. It was
by the way,
yeah.
I'm really excited because of the holiday season, and also because I have a wonderful marketing opportunity. You've heard of guided missiles, right? I have developed guided mistletoe on remote-controlled hovering drones.
I love that idea.
Guided mistletoe.
Guided mistletoe.
So, you're at the Christmas party, you got your little remote control thing, you sit next to someone you really like, and then you just, I think it's a commercial bonanza.
Now, finally, some well-spent defense budget money.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. One more quick note. Maybe the Donald J. Trump, John F. Kennedy Memorial Center of the Performing Arts isn't a bad idea.
Oh, no, I get what you did there.
Yeah. No, it's a bad idea.
All right. Tell me what great films and offerings creatively you're going to be reviewing.
I shall. Let's just get started, okay? Again, I mentioned science fiction franchises. Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Oh, yeah. They say in the advertisement it's the best Avatar yet.
Yeah, some paid-off tout said that. Let me just get down to business here. This is the third movie in filmmaker James Cameron's multi-billion-dollar sci-fi franchise about forces from Earth that land on an unspoiled alien planet called Pandora. Boy, pretty creative. To heedlessly mine Pandora for its massive caches of a rare element called, and I always think this is ridiculous, unobtainium. I guess you can't find it anywhere.
Is that really what it's called?
That's what Mr. Cameron has dubbed this rare element, unobtainium. The problem, other than that stupid name, unobtainium, is that Pandora is home to a sentient population of noble, average 10-foot-tall blue bipeds with a rich tribal culture and a near mystical affinity for the creatures and environments with which they share this world. So Earth's military might is directed at these nice folks who call themselves Na'vi and ride what appear to be, flying lizards, pterodactyls, These lizards that they mentally control by plugging their braids into the winged wonders. No joke. So, suspension of disbelief is imperative here. You don't
buy the braid plugging as a way to maybe connect with the pterodactyls?
Yeah, whatever those things are. You buy that. It's like
I get it, but I think it's believable as anything.
Buy the premise and you buy the bid.
I get it.
Okay, many of the cast members are back from the previous movie or two, perhaps because they love working with Cameron of Aliens and Titanic fame, or because they love being in a wildly successful, world-renowned series of blockbuster movies, or because their contracts are ironclad, and the pay is good. So the major returnees are Sam Worthington as human soldier Jake Sully, whose consciousness is transferred into a cloned Na'vi body in the first movie to serve as a spy for the Earth forces until he becomes enchanted by the Na'vi way and goes native.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, I guess so. He hooks up with...
That happened in the first movie?
Yeah. So he hooks up with Na'vi Netiri, a hot female Navi played by
That
Zoe.
also seems like a good plan.
Zoe Saldana.
Oh,
Hey, she's
girl,
like 10
baby
foot
girl,
tall.
don't even play.
She
Yeah.
is a tall blue drink of water is all I can tell you. But by the way, the technology that makes these Navi look real and their faces expressive as the actors is remarkable, no question. Okay, we also get the return of Sigourney Weaver as Kiri, a human scientist inhabiting a clone Navi body. Kate Winslet and Cliff Curtis, not so recognizable, but they're Navi good guys. And of course, you got to have a bad guy, a main bad guy. And that's Stephen Lang as the vicious human military man slash colonizer Quaritch, now in one of those clone Navi bodies and determined to subdue the natives and kill Jake.
Oh, so it's Navi on Navi, but some of the Navis aren't real Navis.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Jake, of course, has been branded a traitor by the Earth Invasion Force because he, went native. He bought in. I don't know that it's necessarily Stockholm syndrome, but it's Pandora syndrome.
Somebody's saying, Mr. Cameron, pick up your creativity in Lost and Found. Did you not like, you didn't think it was creative enough, said JR? What do you think?
Well, let me
Go ahead.
You're
still laying out the plot.
I am. So new to the blue here, we get Una Chaplin, a granddaughter of Charlie, terrific actress, by the way. She's a villainous banshee of a Navi clan leader who teams with Lang's Quaritch character to bring down Jake and his family, which has expanded with offspring, at least one clone kid, feral human teen. So in some Navi quarters, Jake is still mistrusted due to his human origins, but to many, he is the great blue hope of his adopted people. Okay, from a visual standpoint, to respond to the question of
yes, creativity.
Yeah, oh my God. Avatar Fire and Ash is a stunning digital dazzle that is actually more impressive than before. Even if the look of the landscapes and the seascapes and the atmospheres of Pandora continue to seem like, and here's a little reference for you, blatant ripoffs of those fantastical album covers done by Roger Dean for the band Yes. It looks like, Cameron gave everybody in the art team the covers of all these Yes albums. This is what I want Pandora to look like. This is also dogged by more repetitive plot elements, numerous subplots, way too many, and elaborate but sometimes wonky world building.
John Watson is saying just what you're saying sounds like the exact same plot of the first two, he said.
Well, this is just a continuation of that story. There's more of this patented trite dialogue that's been tolerated in the earlier Avatar movies because of these large swaths of insane, action-packed eye candy. And as with
you saying good dialogue was unobtainium?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
As with the other Avatar movies, the frequently effective and let's call it cortex scrambling on-screen thrills and the accompanying sonic bombast are the equivalent of a 3-hour and 12-minute theme park ride when seen in the proper theatrical setting. Right. I don't want to forget. Like the previous Avatar movie, The Way of Water, this runs over 3 hours without an intermission.
Wow.
So, for the record, by the way, 2009's franchise launching Avatar was only 2 hours and 42 minutes long.
Bring a pillow, says Phineas. It's like 3+ hours.
After Avatar Fire and Ash was over, Mark, I was done with my overdue visit to the restroom, and I asked myself if the sequel-driven Cameron couldn't have made maybe another Titanic movie instead. Maybe one, wait, I got this. The xenomorphs from Alien raise and restore the Titanic, turn it into a flying gunship, and try to enslave Earth. I would prefer that to the inevitable fourth chapter in the Avatar saga.
But we're only on the third chapter. You felt that this is what I'm getting from you, Michael, in addition to all of your cheeky
quippage?
Yes, directed toward one of the great directors in history, James Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
I get that you feel like it's a little bit overwrought. It doesn't have anything really new to it. It's overstuffed for 3+ hours, but visually as spectacular as the other two.
You do not kill the big blue calf. You made one of.
But it's not a total waste of time.
No, I mean, if you're a fan of this stuff, it's amazing. And I did not really feel the need to hit the restroom until it was done. But I will say this: it was more of the same. And the criticisms I levied, I stand by.
Do you need to see the first two to get the number
Mark,
3?
of course you do.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay.
yeah, this is like you
Is
and
there a
Courtney
place
going
to
to
see
see
the first
Avengers Endgame without seeing Avengers Before Game. Come on. As if there was one entitled Before Game. All right, someone had the genius idea. By the way, it's in theaters.
Are we done? Good. Okay, let's
If
move
you
on.
want to see it, go to an IMAX theater and pay the
right.
money. Someone had this genius idea, box office wise.
No, I meant, are we done with the segment?
Am I done with you?
You've only reviewed one film?
I've only scratched
my
the surface.
God.
It's a blockbuster. The review was a blockbuster.
All right, go ahead.
Someone had this idea, and it was clever in terms of box office, to cast Amanda Seyfried opposite Sydney Sweeney in an off-the-wall thriller with a couple of seriously effed up moments of torture. You got the Bratz doll of a starlet who has turned into an accomplished actress, by the way. Her work in The Testament of Anne Lee, and I'm talking Seyfried, which is out next week, is superb. And they've teamed her.
She's related to who?
Nobody.
Okay.
They've teamed her. They're not all
How did she get ahead in
Nepo
Hollywood?
babies. They're
Yeah.
not all legacy
Okay.
kids, Mark. And anyway, she's teamed with every white supremacist's favorite bosomy pinup. That's right, Sydney Sweeney. The result is The Housemaid. And in The Housemaid, which is not to be confused, fans of literature and the theater, with Jean Genet's play, The Maids, Seyfried is Nina, a seemingly together real housewife of the New York burbs, living in a McMansion with a handsome, well-to-do husband, played by Brandon Sklenar, and an obnoxious prepubescent daughter. But it happens that Nina is in need of a housekeeper. Sweeney is Millie, a resourceful young woman who needs a job and has the qualifications to get this one. But shortly after Nina hires Millie, we see that neither woman is quite what they seem. There are twists and turns and more than a few WTF moments that are orchestrated with furious glee by director Paul Feig, who is probably best known for directing Bridesmaids and Spy. I don't believe that Rebecca Sonnenshine's script, which adapts the best-selling pot boiler of the same name, The Housemaid, was meant as an actual comedy like Bridesmaids or Spy. But man, I did laugh on a couple of occasions.
But this is not a comedy.
Well, I think that they're expecting this. You're going to amuse you.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's not a blatant comedy. It's meant as a thriller, but it's like one of those, like I said, pot boilers, it's so
Yeah,
over
but
the
pot
top.
boiler doesn't suggest that there are going to be chuckles.
There are.
All right.
So much lunacy erupts over the course of this thing. If you don't laugh at it, then you must not be getting the joke.
But then you're laughing at it, or you're laughing with it?
Yes. On the whole, The Housemaid is overheated and creepy and amusing in a campy way. Yep, Mark, you know how the Lifetime channel made its rep as a female-centric cable network with TV movies about domestic violence?
Yes.
Like Mother, May I Sleep with Danger. I've always loved that title.
All right.
And Shudder is the streaming service of choice for new horror movies. Well, The Housemaid is like Lifetime and Shudder co-produced a movie.
Wow. Okay.
Entertaining piffle.
Okay.
It's in theaters.
Got it.
Okay, let's move on to something I can endorse wholeheartedly without many caveats, although, if I don't bring a caveat, it's not me.
It's the holidays. Get me to the movies and something that I'm going to want to see.
Is This Thing On?
Why are you yelling?
Is
Okay.
far more worthy of my endorsement than either of the two previous movies cited, okay? It's not cinematic greatness, but it's got heart and soul and smarts. It's got a few smiles and a few chuckles and some wonderful performances. Despite the significant plot elements about a depressed middle-aged New Yorker trying his hand at stand-up comedy.
Now, this is that Bradley Cooper
This
thing?
is really about navigating the fallout from a marriage that's coming apart. And yes, this is Bradley Cooper's
All right.
movie. It's a mixture of comedy and drama. That does happen, Mark. You can have horror and comedy and drama.
Okay.
It happens. And it includes a sometimes legitimate feeling look at what comedians go through at open mic nights, on the club scene. And for all that pithy inside show business stuff, Is This Thing On succeeds in large part due to the acting skills of Will Arnett and Laura Dern, who play Alex and Tess, the husband and wife in crisis. This is, in fact, the third movie directed by actor Bradley Cooper. He did A Star is Born and Maestro, and he co-wrote the script with Arnett and Mark Chappelle, and he also shows up, of course, as Alex's laconic best friend, Balls, and this guy is a purveyor of questionable advice. although it's really perceptive and sympathetic to its characters, is this thing on treats everyone so gently that it doesn't kind of have much bite. It doesn't linger much in the aftermath. The supporting cast, which includes Andra Day as Ball's wife, Christine Ebersol as Alex's mother, Kieran Hines, the great Irish actor, as Alex's father, Amy Sedaris, Sean Hayes, Peyton Manning, right? The NFL quarterback turned media star plays a role here. It's a good one.
Peyton Manning plays a role that's not Peyton Manning?
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
They don't have all that much to do, though. And it's
good.
Up,
he should have had nothing to do except to drive by, see the set, say hello, and move on.
Well, at one point, he does pontificate on quarterbacks in the current NFL. He really does not.
I don't know.
You know,
that seems like a stunt. That seems like stunt casting.
It's up to Arnett and Dern to deliver, and they do it. So,
all right.
You know, especially Arnett. It has a real showcase here. It's in select theaters.
All right.
You know, it
sounds like it's a B minus.
It's good. It's good.
All right, B.
Okay.
I'll say B.
Let's
tell me about. I want to tell you.
Tell me.
I know a star, and I haven't had a chance to see this star much. I only have seen him on voting days, and also I feel like literally every time I go to the polling place, I bump into the voice of SpongeBob, Tom Kenny.
The great Tom Kenny, and
now,
thank you for bringing
He has
up.
a movie this weekend.
I have 3 animated features that I will bang through that are good for families and feature, in the case of the SpongeBob movie, our friend Tom Kenny.
I love Tom Kenny.
We've both known him since our days back in San Francisco,
yes.
Which I continue to have days in San Francisco.
So tell me about the SpongeBob movie.
Okay, so here's the deal. SpongeBob is a critic-proof character that everybody loves. There have been countless episodes on Nickelodeon. There's been a feature film. There's all manner of recorded things, and Tom is at the center of it as the voice of SpongeBob. And SpongeBob is an actual sponge who lives in a pineapple under the sea in this fanciful world of Bikini Bottom.
You know Tom better than I do.
To tell you, wait.
Go ahead.
Just a quick preface here.
Yeah.
Last week, whether it was paid for by Paramount, the studio in charge of the SpongeBob movie or not, Tom put his handprints in the cement in front of Grauman's Chinese Theater, which is now the
cool.
TLC Chinese. And I was like so happy and proud of him. It's just remarkable that he's...
So does Tom never have to work again?
You know the phrase mailbox money?
Has success with being the voice of SpongeBob changed Tom Kenny?
It has not. It has allowed him to pursue his muse. He is, in addition to being a funny stand-up comedian,
brilliant magician. I mean musician,
and he's left that behind the stand-up comedy for the most part. And in addition to being a very a fellow comic book and old 45 record collector.
The money he's allowed him to buy comic books and record collections?
No, he was doing that before. He didn't care about the money. Yeah. But we have always bonded on that. He has, because of his musical interest, expanded to a lot of live performances with his band in the LA area and elsewhere. Tom Kenny and the High Seas, and if you ever get a chance to see them, they are the greatest party band you could imagine. He is a big, he's got the voice, and so he can sort of imitate the great R&B and soul singers. He's wonderful. So
I loved him in Mr. Show with David Cross and Bob Odenkirk.
He was great in Shakes the Clown. He's been terrific.
And why couldn't you get him to come visit the show today in advance of the do you consider that a fail on your part, Michael Snyder?
I consider that respect for my friend who has a private life here in the Studio City
area. He is actually someone who would like to promote his film, and this might have been a good place to do it. Maybe you've let him down. Did that ever occur to you, Michael Snyder?
I think he thought, Grauman's Chinese or the Mark Thompson show. What am I going to do?
Dare you?
Okay, so in the story, SpongeBob and his friends...
Don't talk to me that way.
Want to they want to go out there. SpongeBob has this boss, Mr. Krabs. He runs the Krabby Shack or whatever it's called, and so he decides he's going to find the mystical Flying Dutchman, which is a ghost pirate ship. And so they go to on the surface of the sea and in the depths of the sea, and it's just a lot of fun, and all your favorite characters are back in it. And to reveal any details beyond that, there's no reason to. Again, it's critic proof, but guess what? It's delightful for kids and it's funny for adults. There's a lot of smart humor that's embedded in the dialogue. And I think anyone who brings their family here is going to get a kick out of the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, which is in theaters across this great nation. And we're very proud of Tom. And
he's so talented. Very excited.
He deserves every bit of success. And also great that Clancy Brown, who is the voice of Mr. Krabs, is back. And Mark Hamill is on board.
Oh, that's right.
As a pirate specter. Regina Hall is in the movie. I'm just really thrilled that this wonderful man has this legacy and so much entertainment there for the whole family for so many years. Keep it rolling. Okay, let's get a little more art house on the animation. Scarlet is a lushly animated heroine's journey from Japan that follows a young woman's quest. And it becomes a platonic love story. Scarlet is the sword-swinging princess of a magical kingdom, and she's betrayed by, I believe it's her evil uncle who has killed her father, the king, and claimed the throne. So off she goes to save her own life and figure out how to regain the kingdom. Along the way, she meets a time-displaced EMT with a big heart and his own issues that need to be addressed back in the modern world. This comes from anime director and screenwriter Mamoru Hosoda, who made the Oscar-nominated Mireille and Belle. It's in select LA and San Francisco theaters for Oscar consideration. Scarlet, beautiful and fanciful. And let's just wrap this with, I'm a Francophile.
Yes, you are. You're fluent in French, in fact.
I am. And A Magnificent Life is the latest beauty from French animator Sylvain Chomet, the guy who did The Triplets of Belleville and The Illusionist, which are gorgeous and wonderful films. And this is not up to that level, but what it is for this Francophile and cinephile, it's a biography of legendary Marseille-born playwright and filmmaker Marcel Pagnol. And it just tells his story in reflection as he, in the 50s, is writing a piece for Elle magazine about his life and career. And it's, again, beautifully animated and has a rich sense of time and place. But the English language dub that I watched had all the French characters speak with various pronounced UK and Irish accents, and the English script uses copious UK slang instead of the more neutral argot. And I was like, what did you guys, please, why didn't you not give me access to the French original with subtitles?
I see. Yeah.
That said, it is a lovely movie for, again, a cineast and Francophile like me who adores Pagnol's Marseille film trilogy.
Wow.
Marius, Fanny, and César. A Magnificent Life is worth seeing, particularly if these are interests of yours. It is in select theaters.
Well, you've really covered a lot of territory. I'll try to summarize as best I can.
You do that.
The Magnificent Life, you just heard about that. The biography of that Marseille-born writer.
Yes, Marcel Pagnol.
Yes, Michael very much liked it, although he was a little cheated out of the French that usually defines the immersive Francophile experience to which he's become accustomed. But that's in theaters.
Yes.
Scarlet is the animated offering. It's beautiful. It's fanciful. It's not quite as great as the other two.
Mireille and Belle.
Yes, but you really liked it, and he really does full-throatedly and full-heartedly endorse it. Scarlet is in theaters. The SpongeBob movie.
Fun, baby.
With our friend Tom Kenny as the voice of SpongeBob and other friends like Mark Hamill. It sounds to me like all of Hollywood is in this one. Everybody wanting to impress their kid or grandkid by being in the SpongeBob movie.
Very true.
And Michael says, you will love it. Is this thing on? Is the Bradley Cooper directed film about navigating a marriage falling apart? Will Arnett, Laura Dern star, along with a lot of other cameos, including one from Peyton Manning, which could be enough to ruin the movie for me. I like Peyton Manning. I just don't think he belongs in the movie. But all right. I'll give it a ride.
He's smooth, buddy.
He co-wrote this, did Bradley Cooper, with Will Arnett and Mark Chappelle. Michael says, not a perfect movie, but he likes it. The Housemaid is the Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney offering that involves the housekeeper. It's directed by Paul Feig. It's lunacy, overheated and campy stuff. Michael, it seemed, I would say you got to give it like a B.
I was wildly entertained by it, but it is completely a guilty pleasure. You know who would like this film? Kim.
Oh, Kim would like this. Yeah. Kim likes guilty pleasures. Kim may be a monument to guilty pleasures.
Yeah, well.
Avatar, Fire and Ash, the third film in the Avatar series. Forces from Earth landing on Pandora. They're going after the unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
10-foot blue people running around. The Na'vi population infiltrated by some, embraced by others. The braid plug-in. There's a lot going on.
Oh, man.
Avatar Fire and Ash is over 3 hours. Michael says it's good if you like that kind of run through the world of what is a breakthrough animation and storytelling from the standpoint of continuing the story of the Na'vi people. It is in theaters, which is, I imagine, the place you probably would recommend people see it.
It's more of the same, and I say that in a positive way for the blithering fans, and I say it in a negative way for those of us who want to be a little more discerning about our filmmaking. No question, James Cameron is masterful at this stuff, but, to what end?
Laconic is pointed out as a ding word from Tom. Pithy is pointed out as a ding word from Tom.
Don't get pithy on me.
Caveat is pointed out as a ding word from Tom. Also, during your segment was this from Cousin Erie. Get on with it.
Yeah. Hey, just pause.
Now you know how I feel when the audience turns on me. I had to share that with you.
Pause and move forward.
I am so grateful for the great Culture Blaster. Culture Blaster, I hope that there'll be an opportunity for you to come visit us next week. We will not be on the air next Friday. It is my birthday. I'm sure you're going to be observing it in some special way. It's not a religious holiday per se, but it's got a sense of solemnity and specialness to it nonetheless.
I'll be burning you in effigy.
I am looking forward. Maybe we can squeeze you in on Wednesday.
Wednesday, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be talking about Marty Supreme, Song Sung Blue, and a lot of the Christmas Day releases, which are really the movies that you were kind of referring to that you expected as big holiday blockbusters.
Right.
But honestly...
So you'll come in on Wednesday.
I sure will. By the way, quick note, two things. If you're in Los Angeles, the 30th anniversary revival of The Love Show with Ann Magnuson, the wonderful actress and singer, is at Zebulon on Sunday at 7 p.m.
That's in L.A., okay.
Next Sunday, Serious Coolness.
Okay.
And tonight, this is good. The Holiday Bash is a concert and toy and food drive with some of L.A.'s finest Americana bands and musicians. It's at the Echo tonight from 6 p.m. to who knows when. Great groups, and it's free with a minimum toy or food donation.
Do you remember when we went to the Echo space together?
Yes, I do.
We will tell that story maybe next week.
Maybe.
We ran into a transvestite. Is that, you're not supposed to say that anymore?
No, that was a drag queen, dude.
A drag queen. All right. You're right. I don't know the term. I'm going to get the terminology straight, and we'll tell the story next week. He comes and goes on a rainbow. The great Culture Blaster, Michael Snyder.
Catch me at thevoicesf.org.
Oh, thevoicesf.org. You'll be able to hang out and catch his musings. The great Michael Snyder.
The Mark Thompson Show.